Hi, I'm Shivam Chamoli, Unity ID SCHAMOL, and the goal for today is to create a simple pipeline that runs, tests, and installs an application into production based on a commit. And so I've basically downloaded all the tools according to me, and we can this is just a check for this is an op unit profile check for our coursework, that is CSC DevOps. And if I just go ahead with it, I'll see that all my checks pass, so that's a good thing. That's working well. So another thing that I need to check for this demo is basically if I have all my required tools to create this demo. So we can see that all of my test cases passed, so that's a great thing. Another so basically the idea behind this demo is that we'll create a simple pipeline using just Git hooks. So basically we'll be using the pre-commit hook and the post-receive hook. So basically what happens in a pre-commit hook is that in my case what I'm doing is I'll do a few checks, and if those checks fail, I'll disregard the commit. And the post receive hook, basically what it does is when something is pushed to a repository, it will basically you can do anything after that. So it basically creates an event so that you can do something after something is pushed into the repository. So we'll be using these two things. And before that, I just want to show you the use of Git hooks. And I already have a demo ready for that. So if I just go into my hook demo, I'll see that all right. So I have this git I have this hidden folder called .git, and that basically has the hooks for me. So for everyone it should be like that. So basically this shows us the sample for the kind of hooks that we can create, and I've already created the post commit hook, and we can just have a look at that. So yeah, so we can see that in the post commit hook, I'm just basically opening a google.com in the web browser. So what basically happens is as soon as I commit to this repository, it should open google.com in the browser for me. So basically what I'll have to do is I'll have to create a file, and I'll demo2. So now it's added. So git commit dash m demo2. So basically what this does is as soon as I commit, it should open a google.com for me. So when I do that, it does the same. So that's great. So now that that is out of the way, we know that we know how to use the hooks. So that's great. Now we're gonna move on to uh, the application. It's a Node.js application that I have that I'll be trying to create a pipeline for. So basically the whole idea behind this pipeline is that I'll have a pre-commit hook and a, a post-receive hook. So what I'll do here is I'll go inside my app directory, and I'll make sure I do this so that great, that's fine. So great, so now I have this. So I'll basically I'll do the npm install, which is not required since I've already done this demo. So that's great. And I'll do npm start. So this basically starts my application at localhost 5001 and yeah. So basically why this shows me this output is because I have this code committed to the repository. So hi from production, although yeah, I forgot to change from the last demo. So it's all right. So now basically what I'll do is I'll switch this app off, and what I have to do basically I'll show you guys the 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 pre-commit hook first. So since app is a submodule, I, I can find my hooks for the app in this folder. So I basically go back to my main parent directory, and then I go into the hidden git folder of that directory and go into the modules, and there in app inside hooks I'll get that. So basically again you can see I have these samples, and what I've done is I've already created that pre-commit hook. So what I'm gonna do is just we can see basically all it does is it checks if npm test works correctly, and if yeah, and what I have in my npm tests is, if I go into test, so yeah, so first of all, like in my npm tests, it checks for this random functionality, and the index should return -1, otherwise the test fails. Otherwise I have another test, and the response body should contain hi from, and hence if I run npm test here, it'll be passing. So that's great. All right, so basically, so now what I'm trying to show you guys is that if I change that text from hi from to buy from in my pre-commit in my in my main.js, then my pre so my npm test would not pass, and my what will happen is it will stop my commit from going through. So it will disregard, it will cancel the commit. So basically we can clearly do that. So if I just go into .js, and we saw that npm test fails, it passes for both the test cases right now, and if I just change this response to buy from production, let be there production. So basically I'll see my status, and when I commit, so when I commit into this, what should happen is before the commit goes through, it should check for my npm tests, and then finally it should fail, and it should disregard my commit. So we can see that the test failed and the commit did not go through. So great. And since my app is not running, we can see that there's nothing on the local host. So my so my pre-commit is working clearly, and what I have to do now. So what I have to do now is that I'll create a directory in my pipelines directory called deploy, and inside my deploy I'll have production-www and production.git. So the production.git will basically be my remote repository through through which I'll handle the post receive hook. And my production-www will have the latest code that is available in the app. So I have to basically set up a way to do that. And basically what I'm planning to do is through the pre-commit through the pre-commit script, I'm trying to check if the commit went through. And with the post receive, I'll see that if my push is if my push happened correctly, we'll be able to get the code into production-www and host it on the local host. So what I'll do now is I'll show you guys. So basically my production.git is a bare repository. And one more thing that I forgot to tell you guys is that the hooks that we are creating right now are the hooks that we are creating right now should be executable script. So if I just go ahead and see this, we can see that the post receive hook that I've created is executable. So that's great. So I'll just open the post receive hook, and we can see that all it is doing it's doing a git checkout, push to production. It's printing push to production, and then copying it over into production www. And one more thing that it does is it does npm run stop. So how do we know what that does? So we go into app, and we can see package.json. So when we see package.json, this is where we define what our scripts have to do. So when we see npm run stop, so basically what it does, it stops a process that was created by pm2, one of our tools. And what npm run deploy does is it starts the process again. So what will happen as soon as my push goes through, and it's all correct and stuff, and it gets pushed to the repository and gets pulled into production www. So it'll create a pm2 process, and basically just start that process so that we can view it in our local host. So so now, since we know our npm test, sorry, npm test. Yeah, so one of our tests is still failing, so nothing is gonna go through. So if I just go ahead, clear vim main.js, and I change this to hi from production by Shivam, and just go through with that. And what I need to do, the one more thing that I need to do is git add prod to this. Yeah, so I already have that set up because I've already done this before. So great. And all I need to do now is git push prod master, git push prod master, and it should create a process. It should start that process, and yeah, sorry, git add main.js and git push prod master. So this should basically create yeah, we can see it's pushed to production, a process has started, and when I reload, I see hi from production by Shiva.